Hello everybody, it's Whiskey11. Welcome back to the Gaming Lounge, and it's time for some DCS World action. And here is to hoping that the action is fun. What? I don't know exactly what's going on with the stream health question mark here. I'm hoping, actually, is probably a more accurate phrase. I'm hoping that levels out a little bit here. It is just me today, so hello, welcome. The other guys are all playing Civ 6, I think, or something. It's like they think that that's a more fun game or something. Anyway, our next live stream is going to be the 26th of February at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for some War Thunder ground forces. So, hopefully we'll get some more people there for that as well. In the meantime, we're going to play some DCS World. We'll probably be spending most of our time messing around with either the Harrier, the Hornet, or the Mig-29, since those are the ones that I am most familiar with. And the AN-2DT. Moon Puma. I'm guessing that Mr. Moon Puma is, he is busy in between his turns, is going to be trolling us the whole time. So it'll be fun having that in the chat. If you haven't already checked out the Discord server, there's a link to that in the description to this video. Highly recommend you check that out. There's also a link to the Streamlabs page if you'd like to download Streamlabs open broadcast software. There's a link to it there. All right, that's enough of that. Nope, not starting soon. Live stream, there we go. We are going to be on the Through the Inferno server, and maybe Sko will come in here a little bit later. I don't know, we'll see. So we're on Through the Inferno. This is the Caucasus region, and well, boy, Track IR doing weird Track IR things. Also the video game doing weird video game things. Hello everybody, welcome. Well, let's get this thing started before we get too terribly excited about determining what our mission's going to be. Get the Harrier started. We got to turn on the ground power, not because we need it to actually start it, but because we need it for the SINS cable. Right there. That's to help us do our INS alignment. We need our inertial navigation system if we plan on doing anything interesting with this aircraft. So, pumps, turn on our pumps, turn on our fuel, cross flow, and all that nonsense. Should be able to just crank it. Yes, master warning. Anyway, it'll start up here in a second. I will get all the lights and stuff turned on so that we can see what we're doing. One thing I've noticed about this game is that it tends to be a little bit dark. FA-18 repotting? I think you meant reporting. This is definitely not a Hornet, by the way. Alright, we're up to 92. Get this thing started. Hey, Americus, how's it going? Over on Twitch. Sorry, if I look like, if you see me look to the left and I kind of hover here, I'm looking at stats. If you see me looking to the right, that's gonna be the chat. So, it's a little awkward with Track IR, but we'll make it work. All right, we're started up. Let's get our INS aligning, get all this stuff turned on. We're probably gonna be doing some air to ground. Well, there's no question we're gonna be doing some air to ground work. Where we do it, though, is going to be the ultimate question. So what have we got here? Waypoint 1. Air to ground hard. Okay. You identify as a Super Hornet. What? People actually like that aircraft? I'm confused. I personally am not a huge fan of the Super Bug. I think it was overhyped to begin with. That should be my Sidewinder knob. I'm hoping. If not, it'll be what it is. Okay, so now that everything's kind of started up here, we're going to set our nozzle stop to 65 for takeoff. Oh, HUD needs to come on. We got to wait for this thing to friggin' qualify anyway. So let's see what... I don't know what we're going into. Not leaving home without a gun pod. A video for that might be coming in the future. I can never remember. Yeah, this is This has become kind of my, like, standard loadout for this aircraft. And we will take a single sidearm. And we cannot have the default. We have to be VMA 214, which is my favorite squadron ever, right there on the back of the Harrier. Black Sheep Squadron? Anyone? Anyone? Nothing wrong with the Super Hornet, but if you're going to spend $5 million, you might as well just get an F-35, which is pretty much better in most ways. I could make a pretty good case against the Super Bug. Legitimately could. Not that anyone cares what I think. Probably should turn on our oxygen. Should probably turn on the engine stuff and activate our seat. 44 seconds to go on calibration here. We are rearmed, though. Got ourselves loaded up with 6 laser-guided bombs, 2 laser mavs, an AIM-9, and a sidearm. Yeah, 85 million. Have you gotten better at landing that Harrier? Yes. I'm just gonna say yes. Whether or not I actually have is a totally different subject. Let's see here. We need to change 243. What? 243 is an important radio channel for us. I'm gonna go with no. So we're gonna change that. This is actually gonna be 251. 2 is 127.5. That I know for a fact is a channel for us. Have 251. Oh wait, no. 64. I don't know. We'll leave that one. Really? That's interesting. I need ground frequency 124. Right? Yep. We're on 124 over there. So, where is the Corsair? Oh man, this is definitely far from being a Corsair. However, not the only famous aircraft that the Black Sheep Squadron flew. Obviously, the Black Sheep Squadron is well known for a number of their quote-unquote exploits. They also flew F-2H Banshees, which is my favorite aircraft from the Korean War era. And I would love to see that in this game. Would absolutely love to see that. INS is finally aligned. That means we can actually go do something. Huzzah! Yeah, I think we're all loaded up. Let's see. There is no sound there. There we go. Now there's sound. I was gonna say, this is gonna be a rough day if we don't have sound on our sidewinders to figure out when they're actually loaded up. Wait, going to the oxygen, if you black out will restore your oxygen level. Actually, the onboard oxygen system is actually required. You will black out without it if you fly at high enough altitude. In the Hornet, if you actually... So the Hornet has not only the system to turn it on, but also has the dial to control the flow rate. And if you turn it down too far, it'll actually cause you to black out. I should probably look at this and see how much time is left. Oh, the server's going to restart in the middle of all of this, so that'll be interesting. Make sure we're in vertical takeoff mode. We have this lined up. Stores, we have to configure flight. Flaps are set to 25. Nozzle stop is set. We have lights on for takeoff. Engine is in high. Lids is enabled. Does anything, but we'll do it. Parking brake. Yeah, there's no one else. Oh, what the hell? 251 radio check.
Copy, 251.
Copy, thank you. Have a Harrier departing the correction, the Tarawa. I almost said departing the Hornet. That wouldn't make any sense. So takeoff in the Harrier is actually pretty straightforward. As we get to the end of the deck, we want to rotate nozzles to 65 degrees, burning water. Off we go. Maybe. Maybe. You can do it. You can do it. Must be loaded up just a smidge heavy. There it goes. Now we're getting some work done. Let's go ahead and back this off so we're not consuming huge amounts of water. Not that water consumption's a huge issue. You can land this thing with pretty minimal amounts of water. It actually doesn't use that much water on landing. Alright, so nozzles are all the way forward. Let's go ahead, turn our water system off, turn on master arm, bring up our LMAVs, enter in the code for all of our laser stuff. Waypoint 1. And we're off! We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. What is the main German fighter jet? Well, there for a while there, it was a mixture of different aircraft. I don't know off the top of my head what their current main one was, but West Germany for the longest time was F-4 Phantoms. East Germany was MiG-29s. That would have been a really ugly matchup had it occurred. I'm glad it didn't, for everybody's sake. We need to set our RWR to auto, set this to receive. Or CMP. I think right now, I want to say they're flying, is it the Eurofighter that they're currently flying? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. You mean to tell me they're not flying Me-109s? Yeah. Change our engine profile back down to the default one. The Harrier can be a lot of fun in this game. I have a really funny video of me shooting down an F5 with the gun pod, which is this lower. you can see it. It would be in that picture. It was the right of the two pods underneath. Had all the black smoke on it. Yeah, I managed to shoot something down with that. It's like ridiculous. It was not I mean, it was pretty easy, actually. I think all my years of playing War Thunder and learning to lead stuff has been a tremendous help in that regard. Let's check in on 124, since that's our ground stuff. 24 radio check. There is nobody on 124, apparently. Alright. So we're going to take channel 2 here, and we're going to turn this into, I believe it's 254. Oh, come on. Sometimes the display gets all, or the screen, the decimal place doesn't go in. 254, if I remember correctly, our air-to-air panel. Ground ATC 24, yes, 254. We should be able to hear if there are any aircraft in the area. We should be able to request assistance and help. But anyway, this is actually kind of a fun aircraft to fly at times. Not loaded quite this heavy, though. When you're loaded up this heavy, this thing is a real turd of an aircraft, but... Okay, so we've got a couple of different SAM sites active, it looks like. That, I don't know where the... So this FF lollipop that's straight ahead of us, I can only assume is our web page that we're... Not web page. Wow, English. What a interesting concept. Is the radar sites that are currently at waypoint 1, which is up here. And waypoint 1 is an air-to-ground hard, which means that we could run into some issues with regards to SAM sites. So as we get closer, we're going to have to pay attention to our EM page over here. Because we only have one sidearm to deal with SAM threats, and I have no idea what's at waypoint 1 to actually know if there is a an actual SAM threat there, or if there's going to be anyone else running any missions to take out the SAM threats that are there, or what the terrain is like on the approach. We could very well get there and have absolutely no problems. Whiskey11 is on 124. Go to lights out. And we're about 17,000 feet here. This is like the most boring aspect of this game, is flying to and from various different locations. But it's going to get hot and heavy here, because 348 is right about here. And 90 nautical miles out, about co-altitude. Yarp. That's going to be, that could be interesting. I am currently headed to waypoint 1, the air-to-ground hard. That's.
Yeah, this is Mustang. I'm headed there as well.
Copy that. I wonder if we're going to have any air support. Can you guys actually hear them on the comms? I believe you can, because it's coming through my headset. I believe so, but let me know if you can't hear them through the comms. And this game is actually one of the most beautiful games. Like, this is not a good this isn't a good time of day for basically anything photorealistic, but this game is actually one of the more beautiful games that I've actually played. This game is crazy gorgeous on the Persian Gulf map during the morning and evening hours. It is unbelievable how beautiful this game is. Like I said, though, in midday, it's not nearly as good. Hey, Movan, how's it going? Let's see what else we got going on over here. Guessing that this is the guy that's coming up to waypoint 1, but 35 is in the area, and that's about it. Depending on how much my load is actually going to be when I get there, it would be, oh, it could be Muskrat that could be headed my way. It could be interesting. We might be able to actually take on those MiG-21s, but we only have a single AIM-97, or AIM-9M. English. Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly it. Jeff's got it right. I mean, this game is ridiculous when it comes to the nighttime is kind of like, but early morning sunrise and evening sunset is just insane. Okay, I'm definitely believing that these SAM sites are actually going to be an issue. What was the call sign?
Muskrat.
Copy that. Or did you happen to bring any harms at all?
Yeah, I got 2.
Copy that. I've got one sidearm, and it looks like there is currently SAM sites active at waypoint 1.
Yeah, I got 3 of them before they killed me last time. Let's see if I can get a couple more.
Copy that. I don't suppose there's any way you brought some air-to-air stuff to deal with these MiG-21s that are in the area?
I got 2 aims and 2 sidewinders, so I might be able to fuck them up a little bit.
Copy that. I only have 1 heater. Also loaded up with about 8,000 pounds worth of ordnance in a Harrier, so not exactly nimble aircraft right now.
Definitely not the nimblest.
Alright, we're gonna switch over. We definitely know that those SAM sites are active. We're gonna dive down. I do not want to be anywhere. We're gonna switch to this. Blech. I can't talk for whatever reason right now. I woke up too early. We are gonna switch to... We have a sidearm. Where are you? Sidearm is currently on the right wing. There we go. Now we're rocking. This thing has a range of 10 miles of very, 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 very good altitude. Oh man, this thing is ridiculous with uneven loads. Ah, fudge. No, we're gonna keep going down. I am not on their radar right now, and they are further off to my left. We're just gonna play it low. Ah, frack. Oh. Yeah, this could get ugly. We gotta keep that right there. That contrail is a MiG-29, and I am guessing he is inbound. Yeah, he's inbound. We're playing in Samtori. We're gonna switch over to this and see if we can't maybe get a surprise shoot down. Nope, that's the MiG-29 spiking, and I think he just... Okay. Really? Deploy! He's... That's the sun. Definitely don't... One. Eat it, buddy! Whoa. Somebody just smoked him. I wonder if our, good buddy is here finally. No. In fact, I think he just ate it. Got the kill, though. I did. I got a kill. Alright, I mean, whatever. I'm good with it. The other MiG-29 is, he kept on going. So we've got SAM sites in the... Oh, wow. Yeah, that might help, too. What? Oh, air ground mode. Herder. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Well, I managed to get one of the MiG-29s. I think the other one's gonna have to be up to you. Let's rotate back to our SAM sites here. We're gonna do a low altitude pop-up because I don't think that we're gonna actually be able to get anywhere with regards to drop in. Yep, this is a Harrier. I don't think we're going to be able to get anywhere with regards to trying to toss bombs at this site right now. Okay. Picking up the radar signal, but it's not actually finding the site. I don't know if we're just too close or what the issue is. I don't see any launches. Uncage the warhead. Keep it low. This is a... Ugh. Pick it up already. Oh. Turned off his radar. Come on. Outbound. Eat it. I don't know if we're close enough, but it gave me tones, so we're not gonna give it any opportunity to shoot at us and have any form of effective response. Jesus. We've actually got a bigger problem on our hands. We're doing this the good old-fashioned way, boys and girls. There's a MiG-29 somewhere. What's your ETA?
Double fire harm about 15 miles out.
Yeah, copy. I'm currently evading a MiG-29. Where'd he go? We're in the scissors. Whoa! Nope. They sigh. Let's try that one again. That was interesting. It's one of the downsides, right? So the whole thing with the Harrier is it's really capable in certain situations, and outside of those, you're kind of hosed. In that case, we just didn't have the speed to effectively deal with him. So, yep. Well, we managed to get one with a heater, so I think this time we might ditch the Mavs for more air stuff. Jeez. Embarrassing. Okay. So as Hawk USMC would say, we were a lawn dart. A very effective lawn dart at that. 5 pumps active, that's active. Get lights and stuff turned on. Do it on our 1, 2, 0. That's gonna be Batcom. This one channel 51.0. 2 should be 54.0. Perfect. Well, the MiG-29 managed to get me.
I was trying to help you out, but I was dodging sand missiles at the same time.
No worries. Okay, flaps need to get turned. That guy loaded. Alright. A lot of things happening here. I'm trying to hustle it up so that we can get back into the action here so I don't have to spend the next 35 minutes talking. Like I said, one of the downsides of this thing is just the sheer amount of payload it can carry and what that entails and what it can cause to happen. So we'll load these up with sidearms. And we'll take some AIM-9s. Jesus. I forget, are the GBU 16s the larger ones? Let's see, if this goes up, we'll know. Oh, heck yes. Ooh. Man, we're within 1 pound. Let's rock it.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Yeah, it really is. The Harrier has a very good capability when it comes to supporting troops on the ground, especially with regards to, you know, its payload capacity. We'll find out when it loads them on. I think the GBU 16s are heavier than that, aren't they? I thought the GBU 16s were the, It's complete. They'll be reloading here soon enough.
254 radio check.
Copy you 5x5.
Thank you.
Oof. That was a lot of... those are definitely 2,000 pounders. If we make it off this deck, I'm gonna be like super freaking thrilled.
They stuck up on me, dude, but
They are sneaky. Managed to shove a heater down the other one's throat, though, while loaded up with 10,000 pounds worth of ordnance.
good job.
Okay, let's get oxygen on so we don't die. What I may actually do here, this is definitely not how we taxi a Harrier. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna give ourselves as much of an okay, good. Oof. Okay. Gotta wait. Anytime you disable the parking brake, the qualification time on the INS alignment goes down. You know, I also think that we didn't deactivate ground power before we took off last time either. I don't know. It checks out okay now. Ground crew. Ground power. On our RWR.
Copy.
See, I didn't look. Did we actually...
Ground power is now off.
Our... No, we didn't. So our sidearm did not find a target. We were not close enough, I don't think, to actually find it. This needs to go to the engine management page for right now. There's nobody else currently flying Harriers, so we can get away with this, but normally you wouldn't do this. Oh, herder. Helps to turn off said parking brake. We're gonna give ourselves as much of a runway as we can. So we're taxiing backwards. Hey, General Ming, how's it going? This is a neat party trick that only the Harrier can do. At least that I'm aware of. I don't know if any of the props have the ability to have a prop reverser on them or not, but I did know that the Hornet had been found. I got sent that link by like 12 people when it happened. We're gonna go back a little bit further here. Alright, let's reset everything now. And the only reason I'm doing this is because we're loaded really heavy, so we might as well use as much of the deck as we can. We've got flaps, we've got this, INS is aligned, we've got all of this stuff is on. Seat is on so we can eject. Should have ejected after that last one. I think we're ready to go. Let's send it. And rotate the nozzles. Oh yeah, perfect. Like it's not even there. They should be coming up. Oh yeah, wing vapor. Yep. And trimming like crazy. Okay, turn off our water since we don't need it. That is some serious ordnance. That is crazy. This thing is a beast. You cannot vertical take off at full load in a Harrier. Nope. The hover weight for a Harrier is significantly lower than you think. There's a reason why they have the deck of the Tarawa is designed the way it is. Yes, actually, British made and American fixed. I'm being partially sarcastic, but... Is there a way to override the warning lady? A guy asks in chat. Nice. The British made a lot of really awesome things. First battleship. Guess we could say the Harrier. I'm okay with giving them the Harrier. That's a good thing to give them. Also, one of the few European nations still supporting nuclear power. I'm not sure I get what you're referring to with regards to, quote, American shit, but... Mig-29, really? Nothing on the EWRS that has it. It's due to the elevator. Huh? Yeah, I would definitely recommend doing a little bit more research with regards to, you know, Harrier takeoff weights and stuff, because...
Fucking sun got me. They're hiding in the trees.
Talking about the SAM sites?
Yeah, they're right on the smoke. I think fucking tree blocking on this one. I hate this shit.
Yeah, copy that. My sidearm that I launched when on my approach where I got jumped didn't find a target either. I'm coming back with 2 more. Hopefully I can get in close enough to actually do it. Okay. Back to nav mode so that I can actually see what's going on here. Look at the detail. I mean, they added a floodlight, for crying out loud, a freaking floodlight, and it works. DCS World. Hashtag DCS World things, floodlights in cockpits. Jeez. And I can even control them too. Super bright. I definitely trust the manual for this thing. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. No. Let's pull up Harrier vertical takeoff weight. So the Sea Harrier, this is the British version, has a maximum short takeoff weight of 26,000 pounds, 26,200 pounds. There we go. Trying to find a window to put this in that doesn't block my main window, but we'll just block it. Okay. Maximum takeoff weight for short takeoff is 26,000. Yep. Okay, so that's going to be your maximum short takeoff weight is 26,200 pounds for a Sea Harrier. The Aviate-A was 26,000 pounds. The Harrier Aviate-B+, which is what we're in, is 31,000 pounds. And again, this is short takeoff. That means that we're talking about a run-up of flat speed and then cranking the nozzles to 65 degrees and going from there. I don't see vertical takeoff weight. The vertical landing weight is, this says 9,043 pounds. Which sounds about right when you think of that's about 8. That's... No, that can't be. That's awfully light. That would be like 18,000-ish pounds, 20,000-ish pounds. Like, altitude hold. Really? Take to get an altitude hold. There, jeez. Alright. Okay, so here's something on Quora. For any given density, for a given density altitude, the maximum takeoff weight for the Harrier is calculated using a full takeoff roll from a runway using the wings for 100% of the lift. The next higher maximum takeoff weight is a short takeoff weight, which is calculated using a shortened takeoff roll and partial engine lift. The longer the STO roll, the higher the allowable takeoff weight. The lowest Harrier maximum takeoff weight for given density altitude, calculated using vertical engine thrust for 100% lift. This number is augmented in some Harrier models by injecting water. That's this model, but will still be lower than a short takeoff or full runway takeoff. All these numbers are carefully calculated. I would have to find the DCS. I'd have to find the NatOps stuff, but suffice it to say, it's not capable of taking off vertically with a full load of 31,000 pounds. Keep in mind, we're actually 31,185, I think, is what the number was, and the max was like 31,186. We were 1 pound shy of the max load with this, and we're only at 90% fuel. Let's see if we can't find DCS World. Generally speaking, these aircraft weight and desired fuel weight. Okay. Short takeoffs and landings. Remember the bombs. Shit, like. Calculator doesn't tell me what my maximums are. That's just rude. It would be nice if they would do that. Vertical takeoff, no. According to this, you'd still let's play War Thunder. War Thunder will next one. Nah. Believe it or not, I actually like the boredom that comes from these longer flights. Yeah, we should be playing here soon. See, today is Thursday, so it'll be next Tuesday. Let's see, what do we got operating in the air? Are still dealing with the SAM threats at waypoint 1?
Yeah, they're still there. Last time I was there. About 5 minutes ago.
Now, I'm getting radar contacts on the RWR. Just wasn't sure if the actual emitters were gone and picking up something else.
Yeah, they're hiding in the trees right there on the smoke.
Copy that. We might actually be able to lob bomb some stuff in there. We got to get a lot closer though in order for us to actually lob bomb. I think we got to get with locking me up. 15. Friendly F-15. Thankfully, stop locking me up. So the RWR panel is kind of interesting. All the new contacts have the half moon over them. All the aircraft have the chevron above them, and then the ground targets. I don't remember exactly what the ground targets come equipped with regards to that kind of stuff, but. Oh, now it's making noise. Back to nav mode. It's just beeping away like crazy right now. A lot of stuff in the area. RWR is set to auto. Sorry, our RWR is on. Our jammer is set to receive. And our flare and chaff dispensers are set to that. Actually, see if I remember how to flare and chaff. Program. Nice. How about all? Because we like dispensing everything. This needs to... No, that's fine. Chaff should be one quantity. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Do all. Take me back to this page. Now, in theory, should be able to do everything we need. Okay, so we're 22 nautical miles out. We can actually see the missionary again. Just today, don't believe everything you read, even on the internet. It's not all true. Trust me, I'm not worried about that one bit. I am well aware of the fact that things on the internet aren't what they seem. We are 19 nautical miles out. I forget, did I set codes? I did. Excellent. So we have bomb codes. We need to go down here. Let's... Yeah, we'll see if we can't sneak some sidearms in, maybe, and then, Okay, we're being locked up by the SAM site. We're dropping fast enough in altitude. Let's switch our ECM over to transmit so that it's doing its best to jam up as much as we can. Probably not the smartest thing to look at a TAC map while you're, you know, inbound to a SAM site and the ground, but we're gonna rock with it. Okay, okay, so it's picked something up. We're gonna hold on to this for a little bit. Yeah, okay, I thought so. That looks like a launch that just occurred. Yeah, we're gonna be 254. Do we have anybody near waypoint 1 that can deal with these F5s? Bad timing.
I'm gonna go with negative.
Copy that. I'll do my best to take him out with the Harrier. Whoa. Is that a Hornet? Yes. Okay, let's back to air to ground mode. Need our stores page up. Give me my sidearm. What are you locking up? That's what I want to know. We're gonna keep getting a little bit closer here. We'll do a little bit of a pop-up and see if we can't, We're burning fuel awfully heavy right now, though. Okay. That guy's out. I am guessing, though, that that is not going to accomplish much. We may end up having to lob bomb these guys just to get things done. Use CCIP. Oh! Nope, still nothing. Just kidding. 313. What altitude? This is about the dumbest thing that I could be doing right now. There is a F5 somewhere over in this direction. Nope, he's dead. Good. Okay. So we are attacking from a slightly different profile. We still didn't manage to make inroads on the SAM site, so that's kind of disappointing. Gotta be careful with man pads in the area as well. Okay. I don't remember how close we are, but we should be plenty close to be able to do some lob bombing. So with this, what we're gonna do is, since these are laser guided, we're just gonna pitch up. And toss. That was not what I wanted. Alright. So the gun got selected. Not what should have gotten selected. Let's dive back down. Pray to God we do not get Why are my chaff not dispensing as well? Weird. Alright, I'm glad that there's this convenient mountain here for us to hide behind, because that was probably the single most sketchy and unreliable approach ever. Also had the gun pods loaded up for some odd reason. Oh, hello. How are you picking me up through a mountain? Oh, jeez and Pete's! Those, my friends, are SAM sites. That is why we do not, why we're approaching from the angle that we're approaching from. I don't know if one of our friendlies just got smoked by one, or what the McDealio is here, but we're gonna see if we can't lob some ordnance in there, because anything else at this point is about suicide. I don't think that pickled. There's one! Alright, back down. And now you can see how our trim is really freaking bad right now. I mean, we could try it, see what happens. Nope. Or my chaff dispensers must be up, and it's still not doing it even when I deploy, so it's alright. So we'll, those are not my ordnance. So did my bomb explode? Or did it dud? That's what I would like to know. Sometimes their SAM sites will actually shoot down bombs, or did it just not depart? No, I can tell it departed. Yeah, it departed. Alright, well, let's come back in for another round, and then we are gonna have to boogie out of here. We're low on fuel. Where'd my target area go? Look for the SAM launches. That's where the target area is at. How could anyone lose it? This is DCS world. Let's pop over to nav real quick and see what. 5 out, we should be able to. 500 knots, 5 out. Oh no, this is bad. We're just gonna... Wait a minute. We're just gonna pickle all these things, even though they're all laser-guided bombs and probably not going to do what they're supposed to do. I don't really feel like dealing with this. We've got 3,100 pounds of fuel and... I'm sure somewhere we managed to hit something. Yeah, we finally managed to kill something after dumping 6,000 pounds of ordnance. Let's find ourselves a KC-135, and he is all the way up at 21,000 feet, and I'm pretty sure that that is Shell. We'll go and attempt to do an air-to-air refueling as soon as we get out of this area. We're going to back off our throttles from hot and heavy here, and look at our knee board, see if we can't get our... 267 is his radio channel. We'll just go ahead and hijack this one. Of course. 67 point. Enter. And that's his radio. He is 7X. Let's make sure it's actually Shell. So he is 7 X-ray air-to-air. TACAN, TCN, 7, enter, turn on, X-ray, air-to-air mode. We need this guy to be over here. And set to nav. Go. He is heading 120. I think we're far enough away from the mission area that we should be able to dodge anything that comes after us. We got some altitude to climb, though. Yeah, I did, in fact, I probably murdered the heck out of that one rifleman. I mean, his whole company was like, dude, that guy just got screwed. I don't think he knew what was happening. Alright, we gotta call out to the tanker. This could be really sketchy because I suck at refueling in this thing. Because my air-to-air refueling probe is over here and it's really, really, really freaking bad. I think the air to ground threat is gone. Who? What? Oh, okay. No, gosh dang it! I hate that. I don't want to abort the rejoin. This menu and its context and how it's shared with the view keys is kind of annoying. He is 8 nautical miles ahead of us somewhere. And above us a little bit anyway. I think we're... Oh, he's off to the left just a smidge. We should see him, because we're closing on him awfully fast. It's a big freaking KC-135. It shouldn't be able to hide this well. Right in front of us. At one point... There! Jeez. Like, it's a KC-135, it's not stealthy. It shouldn't be this hard. Alright. I do not know what his speed is, but if I remember correctly, it's like 260 something. So now we get to watch this abomination. Let's extend our refueling probe. There's another aircraft. Bye, Felicia. Yeah. Oh, boy. You know what's really funny about the KC-135s in this mission is that they will fly over active SAM sites. Yep, that's right. Like a boss, they do not care. That's what I have to hit. I have to line up. This thing's a freaking mess. We're gonna back off a little bit because I don't think he's anywhere near this fast. Oh, we got another person that's joining up too, so we can't go too slow. So once again, if you haven't seen my air-to-air refueling video in the Hornet to understand the concept of air-to-air refueling, but we are pressing hard, way hard. Let's. Yeah, I want to say he's at like 260. Hey, buddy. How's it going? So this is all about formation flying. Alright, let's slot in behind him. Yeah, he's definitely at 260, 261-ish. Okay, so we're gonna slot in now in the rear slot. We're in the observation period now. Or the observation area. We just need to slot into the behind the basket. So just nice, gentle movements. We only have 2,300 pounds of fuel, so I mean, you know, we do kind of have to hurry a little bit. So we'll go ahead. Of course, he's gonna make it even harder by going into a bank. Alright. Well, no one ever said life was gonna be easy, so... Nice and gently.
Shell, Uzi, 1-1. Request rejoin.
Oh, back up. Back up. That's not gonna make it. This aircraft is particularly difficult to do rejoins with because of the angled wings. And then to add into it the relative lack of stability. Okay, fly it through the box. Bit of up. We got contact! Oh my goodness. It only took the second try. So at this point, now it's just a matter of flying in formation. And at this point, I am focusing extremely heavily on the number, I'm gonna guess it's 1. It's this far left engine nacelle. And doing my best to keep it in the same relative place in the window. Both with regards to, you know, throttle position and aircraft position. We're taking fuel. We're at 3,700 pounds. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? This is almost like professional. It's scary. Oh my. So much focus. Don't induce oscillation. You can do it. You can do it. No! We disconnected! No! Oh, that's irritation at its finest. Holy buckets. So air-to-air refueling is one of those things that it really is one of the more stressful things that you can do in this game. It requires a considerable amount of concentration and formation flying experience. Oh, he's speeding up a little bit. That doesn't help either. But he's speeding up in his turn. What a jerk face. We had it, though. We got everything all lined up, and we were connected, and... Oh. It's all about just being patient. He will eventually level out, but we... At 4,700 pounds of fuel, we could actually make it back to the carrier and rearm or wherever it is we're going. I want to show this all the way through, gosh dang it. We're gonna tank up on this, and we're gonna get it.
Good luck.
Oh my. Hook up. No! Jeez. No, 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 no. There are other aircraft in this area. This is what I'm talking about. The level of stress. See the other Hornet over there. All right, let's focus on what we're doing. Let's get this bird tanked up so we can. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. You can do it. You can do it. We can do this. We can do this. No! You've got to be kidding me. This is one of the harder aircraft to tank, and then one of the harder aircraft to tank with. Like, what? It's not quite S3B bad, but it's hard. And this doesn't have the cheat that the Hornet has to actually do this. Oh, he said ready. All right. Calm it down. It's just formation flying. That's all it is.
Contact.
Nope.
You're taking fuel.
That's the other dude, not me. Oh, the game is locking up. Not good. I'm guessing it's going to actually...
Return free contact.
My game actually is locked up. Huh. I wonder what the issue is here. Well, while it's doing that, let's go ahead and let's kick it over to the stream schedule while we restart the game. And to answer the question, is it really that hard? Yes, it is really that hard. And yes, the game is available on Steam. It is definitely on Steam. You can actually do a large number of things with regards to one of these days I'll actually get this out correctly. You can actually get a lot of things on Steam now. They've started doing stuff through Steam. All right, our next live stream is going to be the 26th of February at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do have a link to the Discord server in the description to this video. If you haven't already checked it out, highly recommend you do so. That's PV. Yep, that's the one. All right, let's kick it back to live stream. Yes, there is PvP in multiplayer. I tend to stick to PvE. My problem with PvP is right now, the Flaming Cliffs aircraft. We won't fly the Harrier this time around. We'll go fly the MiG-29. I'll show you just how much different and easy it is to fly the MiG-29 versus the Harrier. It's substantial. It is a huge difference, and it's not like it's not like it's I don't know. Some aircraft in this game have like significant advantages over others because of how simple they are. So we were in the Harrier, which is an extremely complex, relatively speaking, module. Let's find my MiG-29S's at Sakumi. Is that right? I think so. Meanwhile, comrade, we have our glorious Soviet bias. And apparently Track IR decided that it was going to go AFK. Give me 1 second. Fix that. Unplug it and plug it back in. And reset the view because holy crap. So, really? What are you doing, Track IR? There. Okay, so to start this up, it's like 3 key bindings. Shift L, L, and Control L. Actually, no, Shift L. That actually applies power. Control L for lights. Now, to start up engines, it's Shift Home and Alt Home. I guess right Shift Home and right Alt Home. It's ridiculous. That's legitimately all it takes to start this thing up. That's it. While it's doing that, we have the right ordnance. I just want to change my board number. Obviously. That was the Harrier. This is the MiG-29. Yeah, it's just that at some point, you know, the simplicity of a module is going to cause all sorts of problems, and this module is a perfect example of that. It's just so much easier to do things because of how limited they've made the depth on it. Part of that is because the Russians do not allow certain aircraft to have like in-depth modeling, even though the MiG-29 has been in the US for years. So they won't even allow those versions. It is what it is. Why would I change it, though? What do you mean? Why would I change to something else?
101. Focus. Bra 308 4210.
Yeah, this is a Ukrainian MiG-29 in spite of what the game would like you to think. The flag down in the lower left-hand corner is actually the Abkhazia. Basically, they seceded from Georgia, but it is set up currently in this game to be a
Return pre-contact.
it has been set up in this game to be a Ukrainian one. Oh, the board number. Why would I change the board number? Because I'm Whiskey11. Can't have... What the heck happened to that? We can't have a different board number. That's just not right. Alright, so we're ready. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna taxi. One thing I don't like about the... Yeah, shush. One thing I don't like about the MiG-29 is the steering. It's ridiculous. We also, like, everything about this aircraft is, like, super easy to do and fly, and the F-15 is very much the same way. All the detailed modules, in my opinion, are where it's at. The Hornet, the F-5, the F-14 when it comes out, Harrier, there's gonna be any number of them. The other thing that sucks about this aircraft is it has it has extremely short legs. You can't stay up in the air for very long. Also, listen to that suspension. Pure Soviet bias. It sounds like a bunch of old people screwing on a bed that is, like, ridiculously old. It's just funny. We're gonna pause here for a minute and we're gonna check traffic in the area. What's this guy doing? Just chilling. That guy is parked as well. Sakumi traffic, MiG-29 departing, runway 0. Correction, 12, 12. Yep, the exact opposite number. We're doing this the cheater way. I just don't feel like dealing with the drama. And we should be rolling out any minute. There we go. We're going to back off the afterburner immediately in this aircraft because continuing to use the burner after you've taken off is a great way to run out of fuel. Even with the centerline fuel tank, this thing will go through fuel like a mad MFO. So to switch to our air-to-air mode, we have to turn on our radar by pressing the I button and then going to number 2. And now we're in air-to-air mode. I forget. Oh. Being locked up by something. That's funny. Off to our right. Whatever it is. And you can see this is our radar screen up here, and this is actually true to the real aircraft. The box moving around is the TDC or throttle designator to lock up targets. This is that small radar contact right here is actually friendly. It's 2 boxes. It's 2 lines. It's small radar contact, 2 columns. We need to go to 311. Oh yeah, something's out there. It's jamming, whatever it is. That's definitely our enemy. I don't know how the heck we're detecting them this far out, though. If you're intent on Russian bias, the Su-27 is actually good. The MiG could be good, but it runs out of fuel in 3 seconds. Midfield departure? Heck yeah. We don't need to friggin' wait until the very end of the runway to take off in this thing. This is a fighter jet! Oh, shifty? There we go. Now we got our own radar jammer going. What now? Although I dumped a flare, that's kind of annoying. So this thing is, you've seen the extent of it. The only other thing that we have to do is find a target to shoot at. See, like these guys, these are, so that we can, let's climb a little bit here. I really don't want to, This is a large radar contact, but it's friendly. So 4 boxes, or 4 columns is large contact. Again, 2 rows is friendly. 1 row is enemy. So this, when we get through his radar jamming, will actually come up as an enemy. Are G-forces simulated all in the game, like the screen going dark? Oh yeah, absolutely. What do I think of the CV rework? Not a fan. Hang on one second. Jeez. Let's just go ahead and set all of these channels with the exception of 254 to something else. Jesus. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that Wargaming really figures out the whole probably helps to actually be on the right screen. I'm hoping Wargaming actually figures out what direction they actually want it to go, and they do a good job of actually taking it there. I'm not a fan of the way that they've currently got it implemented. I think it's balanced very heavily in the carrier's favor, but I haven't played it since this most recent hot fix. Oh. Black smoke, signature of the MiG-29. These guys are still 100+ nautical miles out, so we really would be wasting our time to try and lock them up. Anyway, let's enjoy the beautiful MiG-29. We've got R-77. They're loaded up. And we're contrailing now. So we've 20,000-ish feet. We're at 25,000 feet right now. We are contrailing. You can't get high enough to where you no longer contrail as well, which is kind of fun to mess with people. The Hornet takes forever to get there. I haven't tried it in this aircraft, but it gets there. We're about ready to drop our fuel tank at, so the fuel gauge is, I don't remember how I bring up the, I don't remember how to bring up the cursor in the Flaming Cliffs modules, but it's this long gauge off on the right-hand side, so it's got the CRT screen, or what looks like an old CRT screen that's duplicating our HUD. Right below it is a long vertical bar that has 0 through 5, and then a second one that's 5 through 7. That's our fuel gauge. When it gets to 3,500 kilograms of fuel, we can jettison the centerline tank. He's now at 80 nautical miles, so we are actually getting into a range at which we could not engage. We are way too far out to engage. Contrary to what our HUD is saying, he is way too far away for us to engage. The, what looks like NP underneath the... Oh, it's like, you can see it in the center bottom of the HUD, is usually the shoot queue. But don't worry about it, the teams are as questionable as ever. So personally, it's frustrating. This game seems fun. I mean, I still think that World of Warships has a fun concept. You know, I've been playing the game for ages, so for me, it's become kind of one of them things where I've played it so much that it's lost a little bit of its luster and charm. But it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. Apparently, no, I was gonna say that doesn't have the max on. I was gonna say apparently we've pegged out at over 9 Gs. I don't think that's I don't. Well, we might get lucky and see. Depends on who's all up here. We got. Oh, yeah, we're definitely not gonna actually. Yikes! Yukikaze's in here though. That's a ship. I don't think we're actually gonna get to engage this dude. I think there's going to be too many other friendly aircraft in the area. And he's 80 nautical miles out. Unknown heading. Well, I mean, heading is given there. 034. The only downside to these Flaming Cliffs modules, I'm not going to change it, but let's see if there is a Hornet on the Stennis available. There is. So after we get done messing around with this, we might go play around on the Hornet. Am I actually climbing or am I falling again? I am falling ever so slightly. We're going way too fast to be decreasing in altitude. I think we're at 27,000 some odd feet. There is a mod that changes the HUD to being in English. I have yet to figure out how to get it to work. I'm hoping it passes integrity check, but The Russian, I don't speak Russian, so all I know is that all the ranges and stuff are in kilometers, and the speed is in kilometers an hour, and it's something I'm not overly familiar with being from the US. This is the downside to flying an air superiority fighter like this too, is that you legitimately end up almost a level of boredom trying to fly to different areas on this map. What is that? Or it is, it's a twin engine. I'm guessing it's our E3. Nope, that's the AWACS. As long as the number in the upper right hand of your HUD is increasing, you're increasing in altitude. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, somebody's shooting at him because he's all the way down at the. He's now all the way down in the water level. Actually surprised that now he's climbing back up again. There's somebody down off to our left as well. Watch, we're gonna get all the way over here and somebody will kill this guy. It's gonna happen. Or he's already dead. No, he's still up in the air. That's the other thing I don't really care for with the Russians. We do have there we go. No. Really? Why did that turn off? Well, that's no fun. Well, Movan, I actually know what the conversion is. It's 3.28 to 1. But the problem that I have with it is more of the more just not operating in it very often. He's on. Okay, so he's over here. I don't know if... Are they chasing him? Where did we go? Generally speaking, you can get pretty lucky in determining when somebody's actually engaging somebody by looking... Whoa! Trying to be a spaceman now. But that can... We actually burned through his jamming, or is that just being difficult for the sake of being difficult? I really don't want to mess up, launch a missile. No. No. Dead. That has got to be a friendly. 112 for way too much in altitude. Or way too much in range.
Sushi, Pontiac 1-1, inbound.
This is what I'm talking about, like. Do 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 do. Ah, well, thanks for checking out the stream, man. I appreciate it. This one will obviously be uploaded automatically to YouTube like they all do, so you can always watch it later. And all of it's, right now, pure boredom, because there's not much in the way of enemy aircraft in the area. Still falling. Oh, that's straight into burner. Yep, that's a great way to burn through a lot of fuel in a heartbeat.
101, focus, bra, 110, for 180 at 17,000 knots.
Look at that angle of attack. Really pushing this thing just to try and get altitude. I mean, we're not that high up in altitude. We're only at 35,000 feet or 34,000 feet. Alright, let's at least go do something interesting. We're gonna throw this thing into burner go for the deck. As we're... You could physically watch the fuel gauge move when you go into afterburner. That's how ridiculous the burner is. Dump the center line. What's our speed now? Oh, it's only 775. That's our ground speed is much higher than that. We're in full-on intercept mode. We're gonna try and catch these guys. Or something. Because, now I'm starting to get bored. Yeah, this game does have some ridiculously tense moments. Even when you're playing against the AI, it can get pretty tense.
101. Focus. Bra. 117. For 160. At 21,000. Flanking.
160? Yeah, look. Look at it. The fuel gauge is below 3,000 and we've not even been freaking... We haven't even been on a burner that long. This thing is like, what is fuel? And the other part that's really frustrating about this too is the fact that you don't have the radar range to lock up a lot of things. Because their radar just isn't that powerful. Look, it's 20... It's almost 2,500 pounds of... or 2,500 kilograms. That's why you don't go afterburner in this thing. Like, it's just like... I want all the fuel. I think we're gonna go land this and we're gonna find something more interesting. Something that can do something interesting in. Because I can't even do air-to-air refueling in this thing. It's ridiculous. Oh, there's a FARP? Somebody set up a FARP? Nice. Yeah, but the problem with the flanker is you don't have access to the R-77s. All you have are the ETs, which are the ETs and ERs, which is fine. Because the ETs you can shove up people's noses without them ever knowing that they've been locked up, but... What Jeff and I are talking about with the Su-27, and you can do it in the MiG-29 as well, so on the nose of the MiG-29 you see what looks like the camera thing there right in front of the cockpit. You can kind of see the bulge there. That is infrared search and track. And if I switch this to optical mode, sometimes you'll be able to actually pick up targets, but you can actually lock up targets without them knowing that you have them locked up. And it allows you to engage really... What is... Jesus. Okay. Changing our radios so that we don't have to deal with all that garbage. You can actually lock up enemies with it. It's an infrared search and track. It allows you to launch certain missiles without having to lock them up with radar. The problem with IRSTs is that they do not have IFF capabilities like the radar does. 111 for 97 nautical miles. We might actually be able to engage something this time. And then we're going to promptly be out of fuel because hashtag MiG-29 problems. Really? This is the other thing I don't like about this is the trim on this is a lot less precise, and so I'm trying to trim this aircraft, but it tends to bounce around. Yeah, but the J-11, I don't want to play as the Chinese. Just want to play my game. Okay. The other thing we can play with here is our radar elevation. 25,000 feet, so yeah, he's above us. May have been kicked for stupid friendly fire, relying on data link to tell me where the targets and not turning on radar to determine friend or foe. That's it, comrade. We send you to Gulag. Actually, Jeff, if you wanted to play, you could jump in here if you wanted. It's up to you. Trying to find this F5, but, you know, the fuel by the time we actually get into combat range, and... This is the world of a MiG-29 pilot. Like, I can't imagine these things during, like... I guess during the Cold War, this would have actually been something to fly, because you would have been flying from relatively close to the front lines with these things, but, it's just kind of funny. How much time do we have left? Oh, we got an hour still yet before the server restarts. We're good. What about I'm currently sending ships to Overis, Gulag, and Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. Comrade, this is task that only you have been charged with, so you must. There is nothing else that you can do. You must send them all to Gulag. I was actually playing that right before I started playing this. 63 nautical miles. Nothing on the radar. Hashtag Russian radar problems. Is it 25,000 feet? We are way not that altitude. There we go. He's not that much higher than me. Be able to find him relatively easily. Just a matter of waiting. We might actually get into an engagement here. This is going to be exciting. If I can find him, it'll be exciting. At this point, I'm just going to blame Moon Puma. It's all his fault. 50 nautical miles. Should be within this radar range. Using our radar to try and find him. Looking up. I guess the only thing I haven't done is looked at the horizon with the radar. 7.5. Not even really... Oh, because beaming would be 210. So, I mean, we're closing on each other. Relatively. I mean, we're nose to nose at this point. Oh no, we need to go yeah, there. I wonder where he could be. We're gonna leave it here. He's just not really that much higher than me, though. And we're at 21, so I mean, he should be coming up on our radar here pretty soon. 36 nautical miles. He's definitely within this radar search now. 124. Our radar is actually on, right? Like, there, got him. See it? See it pop up? Okay. We're gonna try and lock him up. Game will let us. You can do it, game. There we go. And since he's not jamming, we can actually see now what his actual range is and what the range ladder is going to do. Now we're gonna punch it up a little bit. We're gonna get into some action here. Hoorah! Let's finally do this. So we'll see the NR or NP, I forget what it is, pop up here shortly. You can see the arrow coming down on the left side. He is actually, yeah, he's crossing pretty aggressively. There you go. So that's our shoot cue, but we're gonna wait till he gets till we get a little bit closer to him before we actually engage, because I want him to eat this R-77. I do not want to waste it if I can avoid it. You can see he is moving from left to right ever so slightly. There's his friend off to the left. We are going to go ahead and we are going to shove an R-77 down his throat. Right about now. Box 3. Buddy is a ways out yet, but we're gonna try and beam. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and lock up his buddy now, because his buddy is actually gonna be a problem. And we're gonna Fox 3 him as well. Now, did this guy splashed? I don't know if he's down, but he's gonna be pretty close. This guy's already dumping flares and boogieing.
101. Focus. Mercy. 1-1. Inbound.
Come on. Get him. Any minute now we should see a nice poof. Alright, we're gonna shove another one down his throat. There's another R-77. Oh, did I miss it? Oh yeah, I missed it. Well, he's dead now. He wasn't before. Now he really is. Kaboom! That one's pieces. Well, there we have it. There was an air-to-air engagement. Hasn't given me credit yet for either of them, although I'm 99.9% sure that they're both down. There's enemies down there, and we need to start thinking about heading home. Mostly because, ooh, 155 for 37. We can't abandon it yet. We've got another enemy coming in. We'll make it. I think we'll be okay. 155, we're there. 29,000 feet? That might actually be on the same radar scope. Oh, yeah, that should be... There he is. Come on. You can do it. Lock him up. Dear Russian radar, lock him up. Can you guys hear me clicking on the button to lock him up? There he is. Had to render in, apparently. Nobody cares about all of that garbage. 1,000 kilograms. Just shoot Q. This one we might actually let it get a little bit closer here. See what he does. I mean, we got the range that we could launch on him now and then switch to the IRs if we really wanted to. We do have heaters on board. Definitely not going to get away from us, but oh, he's turning in now. Ooh. Really? 10 nautical miles out. We're going to Fox 3 him. Hey, buddy. That's an R-77 launched awfully close. Are you sure you want to do that? Come on. Kaboom! Pieces. That one is in pieces. We have another one at 184. I'm guessing that's this guy. Right here. This one's going to be a little bit more sketchy because, well, we're working with heaters at this point. But we have single-handedly taken out, 3 enemy aircraft. Cheese and Pete's. Soviet bias. We're about to put another one out of his misery here soon, too. Doesn't even... Actually... Now he doesn't even know where I'm at. We've got him locked up optically with heaters. But he's not even gonna know. He's not even gonna get a launch cue aside from vapor from the missile. So it says we're in range, but he doesn't know that he's locked up currently. He doesn't know that his doom is about to occur. And Fox 2. Now he knows. Oop, lock broke. Really? Well. Boom! And did we get pieces? We got something.
101. Focus. Bra 347 for 160 at
You're fine. Roll me over. Where is he? Silly Russian aircraft, roll me over. Stop yelling at me. Well, there you have it. I'm pretty sure that heater worked too. 031, huh? 5,000 feet.
Uzi 1-1. Inbound.
Reagan, Angels 2-5.
And we'll go ahead and
Fox 3.
I'm pretty sure he's done. At this point,
1-1.
ooh, wow, there's a lot of friendly contacts coming in. Yeah, be careful with I am flying a MiG-29. I had a buddy spike there.
Roger, I'm at Angels 2-4 actively being locked on by a 2-9, so...
I would say that is not me, not me. Closest 29s to me are 175.
Roger that. My bandit's at Angels 2-5, so...
Copy that. I'm almost ground level. I'm RTB currently.
Roger, I'll keep time.
Uzi 1-1. Request landing.
Actually, we'll see if I make it there. About 800 kilograms of fuel.
I believe him.
We might not actually make it back. It'll be alright, though. We got our Soviet bias on, and we took out 4 enemy aircraft. Jeez. The bias is real. We have to fly. You can just barely see it over there. We're gonna climb back up in altitude, but you can just barely see the jut out over there. That's where we're headed. That's gonna be our closest runways. I think this guy. Oh, this one is blue. All right. Well, since Kubaleti is apparently ours, let's turn and see if we can't find it. I forget which runway this is. This isn't the X runway. That's gonna be straight south of us. That helps. Wants to see some G-forces pulled. Not enough to black out, apparently. That's a shame. Okay, let's, do have the ability to do nav stuff here, but I don't remember the specifics on how... No. 24. That's gotta be... Yeah. I think this is actually it right in front of us. Yep. There we are. We will be able to land, and then we'll switch to something else. We'll switch it up, and we'll get one more... Yeah, we got about an hour and 15 minutes left or so. As you can see, the MiG-29 is pretty simple. All the systems are really, really simple. There's the most complex thing that you can do in this aircraft is use the track while scan mode, but it's largely useless in Russian aircraft because the missile systems don't work that way. Track while scan just allows you to basically soft lock targets. They don't know that they've been locked up. The radar unit is just keeping track of it. It's a pretty basic skill. U.S. aircraft use it almost exclusively because of the combat capabilities it allows you to do. Basically, it allows you, like in an F-15, you could be loaded up with a lot, and I do mean a lot of AIM-120s, and end up I'll eventually figure it out. Give me a second here. You can launch a bunch of AIM-120s without them knowing that they've been launched at, and then they will only get a radar launch warning when they get the when the actual missiles go active themselves. So MiG-29 landing speed is below 300 kilometers an hour. We are at 500 kilometers. About any comms or anything like that, because there's for sure nobody at this airport. Very sensitive aircraft and kind of hard to land without a true velocity vector. Oy. Also a very short runway, so I think what we'll do is we'll get close to the runway and stall it out. Holy buckets. Alright. Brakes. Parachute. We're coming down. And we're on the ground. Should have dumped our parachute back there. We can now finish taxiing to our respective airspaces. Changed all the channels, and that's not working. Well, we definitely walked away from that one. That was a pretty soft touchdown, actually. Like that, I almost made that look professional. Almost. Okay. We'll go park this thing, and then we're gonna go jump in a Hornet to wrap up this live stream. I don't know what kind of ground targets are still left, or if there's any missile SAM site threats, but we can always go check. As the MiG-29 just... This is why I don't like the MiG-29. Hacks you right off the end of the friggin' pavement. Has terrible turning radius. Why I like American aircraft! Alright, man, take it easy. I'm guessing you're checking out. Take it easy. Okay, so there's the MiG-29. Let's go look at... Yeah, whatever. And the carrier. Hopefully our flight's not delayed. It happens. Nope. Perfect. Here we are on board the Stennis in what I consider to be an exceptionally easy aircraft to fly, but bit of a bear to really get going. Don't have any radio comms that we can tweak and adjust right now. Right now I'm just turning on stuff so that when we do get our engine started here, so let's get our left engine start. Clear left, clear right. Engine start is on. This is what I was talking about earlier with the oxygen flow. You can actually kill yourself with that. There we go. Now everything should be turned on. Flight control. Flight control. This guy. This, now I know for a fact that we actually have most of the channels are pre-programmed in. You know what? Let's see if it's on this one. I think it is. 254. There it is. 124. There's still SAM sites over waypoint 1. anybody's actually going to respond, but... Eh! Flaps can go to half. I'm going to assume that there's not. We're just going to load up with... I have a particular load that I like to use. Changed out for 12s. And we're going to carry some AIM 7s with us. Board number. Please. Ivory. Ooh. Who do we want to be today? Yeah, there we go.
Request rearming.
Oh.
Copy.
Other engine's just sitting there spooling. Meanwhile...
Focus. Pop-up group 0434.
We're in our aggressors. Wheel chocks.
Wheel chocks. Copy.
See lights. Formation lights. Nah. Should be all started up. Still waiting on the INS system, which is necessary, unfortunately. Okay. Not a whole lot else really to do aside from sit here and look lovingly at our stores page and our beautiful camo. We'll be able to taxi. Nobody's said anything on 124 yet, so I'm just gonna assume for now that there's nothing really going on over there. It's over to FCS. Set trim. Gonna wind down now. Take you up on flying when I can play something without a pause key. Planning on going crazy when the Tomcat comes. Yep. I also agree with the Tomcat, so I will see you I'll see you next time, Jeff. Thanks for checking out the live stream, man. Appreciate it. Okay. And Qual is okay. We're ready to go. We actually have a channel. I want to say it's 26.
Sakumi traffic, no gravitas, 2 mile, final runway 30, Sakumi.
62. Hornet 11 taxi to Cat 1 on SAS. Parking brakes. Oh, those things are OP. I just want to point that out. And roll down our wings. I have to wait nearly long. Somebody will probably spawn in and kill us. It'll be all right. That guy's asking where he can hit a ground target. Something preferably with a radar. I'm guessing that means he's loaded up with harms. Oh man, that's one of the worst things ever. I flew around at like 40,000 feet one night for the better part of 45 minutes waiting for a bunch of people to finish up a ground mission, a ground attack mission, so that I could actually use the 4 harms that I brought. Because I had loaded them up because I wanted to actually use the stupid things and get some practice rather than land with them. Alright, so we are... That's an interesting difference in temperature, but we got proper that set. Launch bar should be ready. 8 out of 10, not enough realism, IJN, because they're, nice. Let's take off from this perspective, shall we? Wipe the controls. Hornet 11 departing Stennis Cat 1. And back into our cockpit because we need to. Alright, and we can come off the afterburner and roll back on over to the base recovery core. Behind us, Stennis is still out there, trying to maintain below 600 feet. 7 nautical miles out. Just one, throw this up on the HUD, set this guy over to our radar, this guy to stores. And now let's roll and climb. We're far enough out. We don't need to worry too much about other people. Roll this guy over to 254, which is our channel for air-to-air combat stuff on our master arm, so that if we do encounter enemy aircraft, we can address them. Continue out our climb. See, it's a pretty game after all. We got a couple other things that we can mess around with here. TACAN's frequencies. So let's set IHOP 17 X-ray on the TACAN. 17. Hey, I don't know. Oh yeah, it did. Nice. Cool. So nobody's crashed into the back of the Stennis yet and taken out the TACAN on the back of the Stennis, which is a good thing. Let's get these guys set up. I think we can just do this. Yeah. FC. That's fine. Need is the code. There it is. Code 1686. Enter. See, it took there. This will all be in a video at some point in time as well, so. Yeah. Waypoint 1 is a long distance away from us. 90 nautical miles. A lot of airspace to cover in the meantime. Let's, attitude hold this. If we were to deploy our landing gear right now on flaps, we'd actually be on speed angle of attack for carrier landing in this thing. A lot heavy for it, though. Oh, no. Let's actually set our heading here. Just actually click on the right thing. So, 9? Now we should be able to come over here and hit. And it rolls us to the correct altitude. Correct. 17,000 feet. Still climbing. Not the most efficient climb in the world. Nose down a little bit and see if we can't get rid of some of this angle of attack. A lot of players disconnecting for whatever reason. I don't know what that's all about, but it's all good. Every year, do I have to get pepper sprayed? No. In fact, we were just talking about that the other night. We have an officer that's leaving that's going to be taking with him a fairly large amount of training. Like he's our firearms instructor, and he used to do OC, he used to do a whole bunch of things. But he'll actually be leaving here shortly, so we were talking about that with regards to getting rid of like his responsibilities, and we actually currently don't have a OC spray or chemical spray or pepper spray instructor at our police department right now, so kind of funny. Do. Probably don't need to keep climbing. We'll level out at about 25,000 feet, give or take. I don't need to get too much higher up. Are we even contrailing right now? We are not contrailing. What is happening? Clearly they have gotten a hold of Moon Puma's secret juice and made it so that I fleeing. Well, now we're contrailing. That or we took a missile hit. One of probably helps to actually have Arco on the right radio channel. And level out at 25,000 feet. 70 nautical miles and nothing in terms of nothing in terms of air contacts. Let's AWACS bogey dope. Clean. One of the downsides to this, to playing on this multiplayer server this late, not this late in terms of time, but this late in the actual time remaining, because I think we only have maybe 45 minutes left on the server. Yeah, 45 minutes and 30 seconds left on the server. That was oddly accurate. And so we only have about 45 minutes to get to where we're going and then get back, maybe, question mark, before the server will actually reset. Unfortunately, it's going to be right at the end of our live stream. We'll determine what we want to do with that then. We can always change over to a different server as well. That's not that big of a it reflects off of the tail surface. I'm pretty sure if this aircraft had that reflective of a tail surface, this thing would reflect radar like a mofo. I'm 99.9% sure that the real aircraft is not that reflective at altitude. That'd be insane. That said, I'm not complaining. It's a very beautiful, very beautiful game. But look at all the exciting things that we get to do all the time, you know? Somebody just try and shoot down our... What is going on with... Oh no, it's just intermittently applying... Only one engine. Only one engine's producing contrail on our E3. That's fascinating. Does anybody have any questions about any of the aircraft we've seen, or any of the aircraft in this game, or about this game in general? And I enjoy the ever-living piss out of this game. But I know some people not nearly as enthused with it as maybe I am. And that's alright. I like this game. I like the detail that it gets you. I like the more complex modules are fun to learn. I can't wait for the F-14 Tomcat to get here finally. That'll be amazing. I think it'll just be a much better experience overall when it does happen. Actually, we can set... Yeah! Now when we go to air-to-ground mode... There we go. Air threat inbound, level 2. Okay, where? 136, or 130 nautical miles. 216. Behind us? Really? That's almost straight behind us. 130 nautical miles, that means they're out to sea. I mean, good for them, I guess. Would be nice if it was actually ahead of us so that we could actually, you know, that part. We'll go pave-way some stuff over here and we'll be okay. It'll be all right. I am gonna find 254 on this channel set though, so that I can have the air combat comms up. Not in here. Nice. 266. What is 266? AWACS. We don't want to change that. 253 is tech. We're all gonna be 300. What do we got here for 300? What's on 300? I do not see anything on 300. You're getting rid of. We need 5, 4, 0. We should be on both. So now when we switch this over to 124, we can check in. Nice. So we're in auto mode. This is CCRP, continuously computed release point. This is a specific mode that I'm sure more than the US have it, but it's on most US aircraft with regards to how it handles releasing bombs. Basically, this 99 REL, this is the time to release to the release point. 23.1 nautical miles is the distance to the target. Off there. There, you can see it's starting to count down. So this is the time until our release point. So when this gets to about 10 or so, we're gonna hold the release button for the paveway, and we're gonna drop some ordnance. Let's see on the map, because it's been a while since we've actually looked at the TAC map to see if there's anybody operating at this point. There's not, so we're good. We have an F-18 behind us that is. And we have laser-guided bombs, so we don't have to worry about being super accurate with this. It will actually drop and find its way to the target on its own, which is the way it belongs. "50 seconds to release point." Unfortunately, there's no good way to, like, drop, and have them go to different targets until we get the lantern. Is not lantern. Lantern's on the F-14. T-pod, maybe? I forget what the actual name of it is. There is an actual name for a pod, the targeting pod that's used by the Hornet to actually lays its own targets. Okay, so we're lining up here. 16 seconds. So we're gonna hold the release button. I think I've got the right button. Good, and it should release at 1. Oh, there you go. So it is released. We now have ordnance out. Paveway at waypoint 1. And it will find its way down to the target, and all we have to do is maintain altitude and not... There it goes, it found the laser. Now it's gonna dive and glide itself onto the target. Meanwhile, we are still way up there. Oh yeah, it found it. These things actually glide forever. You can drop these things from forever and a day out if you've got the right amount of speed. Really? Oh, that's all it took? That's all it took? Now there's gonna be SAM sites at the next one. What the heck? We just completed that mission. That's irritating. That is irritating in ways I don't even know how to describe how irritating it is, because we are definitely not loaded up to deal with any targets right now. Man, that's just wrong. Not right. I think that's the actual... Huh. Well, that worked. Well, maybe a little too well. Anti-ship mission? No. All we have is waypoint 19 to head to. Actually, I think waypoint 19 is... Oh, 150. I was right the first time. 122 nautical miles? Holy crap. That's going to be way too long to wait. We'll have to see what the next hard mission is. We dropped one bomb. And reset it and ended the mission. How ridiculous. Hopefully the aircraft... Hey Edward, how's it going, man? Hopefully the aircraft that we end up running into on our outbound here will actually be worth our effort. Oh, it's saying we're in CCIP mode now. That's funny. We're gonna switch to air-to-air mode because there should be enemy aircraft, hard mission enemy aircraft coming in. At some point, there should be. This is like patience. Patience in Padawan. See here, we've got a ground-based radar that's locking us up. Plus, we got a... It's not locking us up, correction. Not locking us up, but is, spiking... It's radar emitter is being detected by our RWR. We also have an F-15 that's somewhere behind us as well. Air-to-ground hard. Which one? Where? Waypoint 3, that's got to be infinitely closer than the one that we are headed to right now. Still 99 miles? What? Oh my goodness. That's just not right. Air threat inbound, threat level 1? That's just not right, man. No, this is actually, you can get this game and use it with VR. I am currently using Track IR, which is just a head tracking software. And it allows you to effectively do the same thing, but you use a standard monitor instead of, you know, turning your whole head. You basically just, you just look and it translates things a little bit differently. It's not quite one-to-one, obviously. If I look in the upper left-hand corner of my monitor, this is about the view that you get. So that's about the range at which the it moves. So, ooh, we actually have a radar target over here. Although I doubt highly that it is. We should probably go back to channel 1. Let's. Really? That makes me sad. He's going away from us. That's what the cold call is. Ah! For 140, 248. That's straight ahead of us. Perfect. If we can pick him up. 35,000. That means, oh yeah, he should pop up somewhere in this range, if I had to guess. Scan. To this guy back there. Russian comms, yes. There are plenty of Russian aircraft also in this game that are playable. We actually played the MiG-29 here not long ago. Are we in? We are not an afterburner, but burning fuel like we are. We are near C-135. That's Shell again, so we may actually go tank up, and I can show tanking with this, depending on what this air-to-air threat is. Shell, 7 X-ray. It'd be nice if the EWRS would actually tell us what and where. Okay. So Shell is on 6-7, which go. We're gonna tank up. We'll go from there. Yes, this game has a Harrier. We actually were playing it at the very beginning of this. You missed it. You missed the Harrier gameplay. It's all your fault, comrade. Fascinating problem. Yeah, the very beginning of this live stream, we did we played the Harrier. Totally in the game. I had somebody try to tell me too that the max takeoff at max payload that it could take off vertically. Not true. There's our tanker straight ahead of us. Switch back over to the correct frequency here. Vertical trim apparently not working currently. That's wunderbar. And if I would have known that he was flying at basically head on to me, probably taken a slightly different approach. Hornet be like, dude, 21,000 feet, quit it. We're gonna extend our probe even though he is a fair bit above us now. Take our master arm off. We do not need to be shooting this guy down. Probably gonna need to touch on the burner just to catch up to him. Yeah, actually, I was doing air-to-air refueling, and then the game crashed because Eagle Dynamics. Hashtag Russian games. But was actually doing some air-to-air refueling, and then PK pressed low. Really? Tail him like an enemy fighter in War Thunder. Don't worry, we're closing on him. It's gonna happen. We've totally got this. Not gonna bother flying this with autopilot enabled if I can avoid it. Shouldn't say we shouldn't be on autopilot currently, so okay. And I briefly talked about this in the air-to-air refueling video. The observation area for aircraft looking to do air-to-air refueling is going to be in the left wing area of the tanker. So we always form up to the left to determine whether or not somebody is actually currently tanking up with him. See his lights just popped on there because we got within a half a nautical mile of him. Go ahead and slow down. He's only going about 260-ish. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. You can see me hand fly it up again on a real aircraft instead of that S3B. Man, that S3B is really hard to tank off of. It just, there's a lot of things that have to go on to tank off of the S3Bs at altitude, and it's just a mess. Okay. So it looks like the observation area, like it looks like there's nobody else in. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna slot in behind him. We're gonna open up our radio and call him on the radio. Shell, ready pre-contact. Little behind. Yeah, thought so. What a jerk. Get us there. So again, it's all about flying in formation. At least doing your best to fly in formation. Looks like he's slowed down a little bit. Doesn't surprise me at all. Gotta come left because the basket is on the left side. Now let's try and contact him again. Turn pre-contact. Oh no. Cool. Alright, so we're cleared in. We're gonna drop a bunch of altitude. At this point, when it comes to air-to-air refueling, especially by hand, you know, the big thing again is avoiding the pilot-induced oscillations, nice gentle movements, not focusing heavily on the basket, trimming as much as possible, making small corrections. Lining everything up. Yeah, we're gonna back off just a little bit. We're gonna come up in altitude as well. This is why I like using the autopilot and not trying to fly it by hand, because you avoid this. Generally speaking, I can fly much better approaches than this, but apparently not today. It is a very common problem to focus on the basket. It's very easy to do so because the you know, you're trying to hook up the front of your aircraft, in the Hornet's case, to the basket, and things like that happen. It's also made awkward by the fact that the wings are sloped, which makes it harder to determine just exactly where you need to be. Plus, this aircraft is trimmed real weird. Oh, of course he does. And then he decides to make a turn. So now we get to do hard mode. Already made hard. I freaking hate this tanker when it comes to hooking up, trying to manually fly it, especially when he's in a bank like this, because you're deceived. on. Focus on the keeping the aircraft in roughly the same place. Gotta work ourselves just a little bit left. A little bit further left, not much. We got contact. Okay, so now it's just a matter of flying in formation. Easier said than done at times. Especially since we are right at the edge of what this basket is allowing us to do. We are also heavy, unbalanced in our loadout, and dealing with a turning tanker. So if we succeed on this, one try, hand flying. Nope. I'm telling you, man. This is one of the more annoying things to try and do, but jeez. This is a good challenge, though. This is a good skill to have, and I wish my new joystick would come here, because once the new joystick gets here, I think a lot of my problems will go away. You know, I've got everything pretty heavily numbed out in the joystick profiles, but still hand flying still is an imprecise thing because of the sensor resolution, I think, is a big part of it. Just my opinion, though. Nope. Back off. Try it again. And the other part of this that makes this hard too is that you're flying on an angle, so you're always dealing with the side-to-side motion as well as the up and down while flying in this turn. And of course, I'll probably get close and start to tank, and then he'll level out, and then we'll have to deal with that as well. So, as you can see, I'm struggling a bit with the side-to-side, and again, a large part of that is because he's turning. And so you're having to deal with the constant corrections to not overshoot the basket left to right in addition to up and down. Okay. They're looking all right. Looking all right. Okay, we got contact again. Okay, so now we're taking fuel. Now we just fly in formation, supposedly. And you can see down in the lower left-hand corner, I've added in the input so you can kind of see what's going on. We're going to get too close and it's going to disconnect that way. Oh, no. Amping. Amping. What I'm talking about. It's super annoying. You can do it. We got this. Quick glance at the fuel. We're almost up to max fuel anyway. So, should be... Oh. So close. Power. Not a huge amount, just a little. All these corrections are necessary to fly in formation with this thing to actually do refueling. Now we're doing pretty dang good, though, so now is about the time that he'll level out, and then we'll break off from leveling out. You can see the lights are flashing. That means we're getting kind of to the edge of its limits. Mostly, I think, too high or too low, but... Keep it together. Keep it together, Whiskey. You can do it. You got this. We're almost there. Stay with him. Stay with him. Transfer is complete, baby. Okay, we're backing off. Retracting our probe. Sliding to the right side. The observation area. Or reform area, more accurate. Oof. Meanwhile, through all of this, legitimately nothing going on with regards to enemy aircraft. Okay, you just leveled out. So, yeah. We're good. Let's break off here. Dump a flare for our thanks. Off to our mission, which really far away, if I remember. But we're all fully loaded up with fuel, and hopefully that was as entertaining for you as it was for me. As stressful is really what's actually what it is. Yep. 100 nautical miles away. Man, I don't think we're gonna have enough time. 16 minutes. I don't even think we can make it back to the aircraft carrier in 16 minutes. Never mind anything else. Well, maybe. Let's kick it up to burner. We just filled up with fuel, so why not? I don't think 15 X-ray. I can't. 7. Not air to air. He is just a little bit further than our mission. So the carrier is actually further away than our mission. Let's actually go fly there. Let's see if we can make it back in time. We're burning lots of fuel to get there. And I may actually punch some of the stores that we've got up as well. Generally frowned upon to drop, you know... Is this a Russian aircraft? No. This is actually an F-18 Hornet in the aggressor's camo. It's from, basically Top Gun. It's the Naval Fighter School. We are burning fuel like crazy, too. Love it. Let's do... Yes, right inner, left inner. We just punched out our... Oh, it just punched out one? Really? There. We've dumped our air-to-ground ordnance. We're heading back to the carrier as fast as we can go. I don't think we're gonna make it there in time, but we'll give it a shot. We'll start punching ordnance as we get closer and closer. Hey, Alpha Napalm Bravo, thanks for coming out, man. See you at the next one. We are, speed of sound. That silence is eerie. The Hornet will actually super cruise as well. If we get rid of all of the stores on this thing, it will actually go Mach above the speed of sound with without being an afterburner. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. I don't think we're gonna make it. 90 nautical miles and it's been a couple of minutes. Let's see what our range. Oh, 150. We can go full burner all the way home. He went wee all the way home. Okay, so let's get rid of our centerline fuel tank. We don't need it, so we can go faster. In fact, we don't need any of our ordnance, except for the most streamlined of them. How fast can we get this thing going? Might actually, we should be able to punch out. Yep. We're down to 2 9Xs. We're gonna go as fast as this thing will allow us. Do you have anything that's directly ahead of us that we need to worry about? Ooh, predators. Dang it. We gotta wait till we get past these predators before we, Oh, we are past the predators. Got an E3 off to the left. There. We are completely devoid of ordnance. I think the only thing left for us to bird through is our gun. We are as light as we can get. Do 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 do. 11 minutes. Oi. That actually a conniption fit with the fact that we were running it so hot for so long. Look at the fuel drop. Well, you know, our nearest enemy is about 130 some odd nautical miles behind me, and I only need to survive for 10 minutes before the server's gonna reset. After, once the server goes down, we'll jump into the Harrier landing mission, and I can show my pathetic attempt at landing a Harrier. Not use up any unnecessary energy here, right? 40 nautical miles out. Let's get a shallow dive in. About maybe 2.5, 3 degrees or so. Screw it. We'll go a full 5 degree drop. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! It's Sco. The Inferno server's about to reset, so. Right now, I'm goofing off. I'm 23,000 feet in a 5 degree dive at full afterburner in the Hornet, trying to make it back to the ship before the server closes. Yeah.
I gotcha. I got my new toy.
Your Odyssey Plus?
Yep.
Have you tried it yet?
Yep.
How is it?
It's very nice. It's uncomfortable, so.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I have to fix a couple things, but the bridge of the nose, it's actually pressing on it, not from the sides, but from the top. And it's pressing on my forehead and on the back of my head, which is something that people complain about as well with it.
Right. Well, I've also heard that the sweet spot on it is really, really, really narrow, too.
It kind of is. You have to find it. But people say after using it, you know, for a few days, the whatchamacallit, the headbands start breaking in a little bit, so it doesn't feel like you're getting viced with it.
Also, one thing I do remember seeing is it's not actually designed to like clamp on your head. It's supposed to sit on your head.
Yeah.
That's part of the. That's what someone was saying with it.
Well, if I do that, then the headphones won't reach my ears.
Oh. Well, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm actually impressed. We might actually make it there. We got about 8 minutes to land on the aircraft carrier, and we are... Oh, there it is! We're gonna do this! This is gonna be full-on ridiculous mode here. Like, this shit hot break is gonna be the shittiest hot break ever. What direction is he going? Okay. Pop out the boards! Let's go! We're gonna do just a long final, try and burn off as much as we can here. So apparently there is a nationwide shortage of Thrustmaster Warthog HOTASs. Go. Did you hear what I said? Ignoring
the
me.
interesting and sucky thing is that TeamSpeak is not picking up the audio as a separate audio piece for the speakers.
Really? That's kind of annoying.
Which blows.
Well, I mean, you should be used to that by now. Any bets on whether or not I nail this landing? I'm right for lineup, a little power.
Say something for me?
Housekeeping, want me flip pillow?
Well, if you're gonna go that far, I need a little bit more help.
No, we boltered! I don't know if we got enough time or not. We're gonna try.
The video quality is very nice, though, I'll say.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Obviously, it's still not fully there, but, you know, it's a step up.
Well, I mean, it's
does
never going to be.
have an effect on my performance.
Well, it
A
will.
little bit.
It absolutely will. Okay, so we didn't make it the first time around. We got to make it this time. It absolutely will have an effect on your performance. I mean, there's just no way to get around that. You're talking about pushing higher resolution through you know, what is effectively 2 monitors.
Yep. But, I mean, people have talked about, you know, I've messed around with the Sense because I got it yesterday. It's kind of funny. It came very quick. So, I guess everybody was ordering them, and they're like, damn, it's back ordered till, like, next month. But since you told me and I ordered it that night, it came within, like, a day. Which is nice. I literally got it ordered. I think you told me, what, Monday?
Yeah.
You know, I ordered Monday night, I got it Wednesday. But there's some whatchamacallit? There is some headbands that you can get from VR covers that, you know, stick a little bit better to your face. Maybe they'll give me a little bit of an offset from my nose.
Yeah.
And you know, fix the issue.
Well, that's nice. Hey, Sco.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that one Hornet mission that we were doing, the night one? The bomb the complex and then go land on the carrier one?
Sure, we'll try that.
We'll, oh no, don't quit it. So we're gonna extend this live stream a little bit. Sco and I are gonna run through a Hornet night flight. Not really a night flight. I guess it's an early morning flight, right? So we'll extend this live stream for just a little bit. We'll go a little bit longer so that we can do it. Who knows what's gonna end up happening though? I forget what we even actually need.
I don't think we need anything.
Oh, okay. That was the Hornet factory strike, right?
Yeah.
I had another one too. To mess around with.
Oh my God! There's an update. I'm kidding. I want to see your reaction. You're gonna be like,
well, that's still the password to the server, so.
Okay.
Do you still have the IP address?
Possibly. Why don't you just give it out to everybody, you know?
Well, I mean, it's up on screen right now. Yeah, we can't bring the Harrier, unfortunately. But, what? Maybe now we'll actually be able to do it, because Mark 83 should be working correctly now. And so should the...
No, we are taking... Snake Eyes.
Yeah. Snake Eyes. Mark 83. Those 82s. I don't remember. Do you have it?
82s.
You have the... Are you in?
No, she usually doesn't have to say that.
Well, that's a good thing.
There's usually an audible cue. Let me know when she knows. So
Right.
Alright, what is it?
768 76.8. Oh, you mean the server name? What do you want?
Okay, what's the IP?
7684662115 N308. Starting it. Getting it started.
Okay.
Say what?
Nothing.
Password is still, you know.
Yeah. Is it up?
Fuck.
Is it up?
It's loading still, so I don't know if
Is it up?
it's.
Is it up? Is it up? Is it up?
Goodness.
Is it up? Is it up?
Now that is probably
How about
something
now?
she said to you.
No.
Got him.
No, not really.
Oh. Yeah. Almost there. Ooh.
Sound like that. Well, what's that dude from Star Trek? Oh, sorry, Star Wars. Almost there.
Stay on target.
Almost there.
Stay on target. Between the two of us, who has more experience? That's Sco by like a long shot.
Yeah, only by like 15, 16 years.
Yeah. So here is the situation. This mission, by the way, is really basic. After Iran acquired plans of the Hornet from Chinese hackers, we have gathered intel that Iran has already set up a Hornet factory southwest of Lar Air Base. Your task is to destroy this facility. Iranians must not be allowed to build the mighty Hornet. Target is guarded by 2 AA. Report of 2 S-300 and 2 Buck sites in the
Book.
Buck, whatever.
Book.
Whatever. Oh, we can play as Harriers.
No.
I'm not sure that this is... Is this the... No, this isn't it. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. Fifth Regard, are you in? That's...
Working on it.
Oh.
The loading is definitely a lot different in the VR with the Odyssey than it is in the Rift.
Oh, I bet. Why do they want the Hornet? Because the end of the mission is to land on an aircraft carrier. I don't think the Terra is parked anywhere. I don't know where...
You can still land on it. You can still land a Harrier on there.
I know, but it's not realistic to land a Harrier on a frickin'...
Whatever.
I mean, it's been done. Pictures of it.
Havadaria. Havadaria.
Get it?
Hold on.
Okay. Unpausing.
Good morning. Report to your aircraft pilots. See briefing for further details.
Holy shnikes, you can't see a damn thing.
Right shift
It's
and
so dark.
H? Yeah, right shift and H gets you the... Oh, that's the wrong way. Gets you your night vision.
Oh, wow.
And it's right alt, right shift, and H to bring the contrast down so you don't die.
changed it. What was it again? I'll have to look it up. We should do this at night. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm setting up that mission, by the way. I told you that, didn't I? You know what would be really funny is now that we have harms, to freaking harm. Oh! Will harms lock on to? Yeah, but they're really too close to actually do that with. And then I have to remember which Mavericks are which. I think it's the Fs were the ones that we wanted, right?
Fs you can slow, the other ones you can't.
Okay, that's what.
What was the name of this thing again? Night vision, night what?
Huh? Yeah, I thought it might be under NVG.
NVG night. Oh, okay. Right shift N.
Request rearming. Copy.
Yeah, the Harrier in this game is actually really well detailed. It's not as feature complete as many of us would like, but
It's under goggles.
oh, is it? Goggles?
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, what was the goggles gain right control right shift.
Yeah, right control shift and then right shift H was up, then right alt right shift H was
Fuck, I just
down.
turned them out. I'm blind.
I'm blind. Well, I'm all loaded up over here. Don't forget to turn on your oxygen, by the way. Don't need you just randomly dying. Holy crap. Oh!
Maybe you won't turn on.
What?
There we
What do you
go.
Jeez. Can't take him anywhere.
Shut up.
You guys see what I have to deal with every time I log into this game? This goes like, yo, man, let's play! And I'm like, alright. And then he does this kind of stuff the whole time. And he says I'm the problem child.
You are? You can't fly in formation?
It's not my fault that you can't fly me in formation for me. Yeah, where? There we go. What? Alright, I'm readied up over here. Oh, wait. Scratch that. Now I'm readied up over here. Oh, wait. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't have my INS aligned. Or my radar on. Who set this thing up? A loser. Oh, I forgot we don't have any external views. Crap. Ugh.
Are we taking all Snake Eyes or what?
I've loaded up with 2 IR Mavs because we need to pop the AA before we do anything. This is our mission area here that we've got to bomb. We've got a bunch of primary targets to do as much damage to. It looks like 7 buildings plus the 2 SPAAs that are on either end of it. Just from our experience, that this actually this mission is mildly difficult to actually accomplish the primary objective, but overall isn't too bad. See anything? What do you mean you can't see anything? This is no good, comrade. If you cannot see anything, you go to Gulag. 40 seconds. Set our takeoff trim. FCS page. Hello. No idea what your name is, but it's in Japanese. No, you Moon Puma. "15 seconds. Yeah. Mere seconds. Well, it's better that the meal choices be either fish or chicken than the soup of the day, because, woof, man, the soup of the day caused an alien to burst out of somebody's chest. I'm not sure which is worse. Alright, Sko, I'm ready up over here when you are.
Should be good to go.
Copy that. I will taxi us out. Well, the whole point of this mission is a really low altitude flight into this factory area, and it's one of the more challenging ways, the aspects of using the IR mavs to try and actually like target the SPAAs before we get into range of everything, because it is like exceptionally difficult to actually hit something with them because they come quick. You're flying this low to the ground. Oh, sun's starting to peek up above the horizon.
Quick, huh?
Yep.
Sure, you've heard that a few times.
I just have to ask your mom. She'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I mean, she's an older lady, so I'm sure she likes to get it over quickly.
Man, I feel like this is a lot of runway for... I don't think this is the right mission. I think this is like the beta mission for that. I feel like we're at the wrong... What is...
There's one thing I do like about this one.
What, the mission?
This VR.
Oh.
When it draws the scene for you in the window, it draws it at a regular, what you would call it, resolution. So it's like if you're trying to do screen capture, it's going to screen capture it without any weirdness. Hey, you want to move your ass over to the left side, mister? I don't fly for the Air Force.
Well, fine then. Let me know when your hoe ass is ready. I'm spooling up. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know, Dick.
I did! I said that I was spooling up! That should have been your clue!
Spooling up in aircraft talk means you're spooling up with the parking brake engaged.
Well, I did have it engaged. And then as soon as it started to roll, what did I do? I took off. Here, I'll even slow the roll, you know, so that you can actually catch up. You're such a potato. Stay below 4,000 feet, follow the waypoints, fence in at waypoint 3, target waypoint 4, fence out, waypoint 5. So since Sko is such a butthurt little guy, we'll use as much autopilot as we can.
Really?
There he is! Alright, let's get our... Frag needs to be on retard. Instantaneous. And I don't think... Oh! Oh! Well, there we have it. Alright! Alright, since you've already formed up already, I'm gonna move it up to 95% so that we don't have to sit too... We don't have to sit here for a long time. Nice early morning flight.
You know, if you turn it into night mode on the right hand side switch, it actually puts everything in green.
No, is that how that works? Yes, I did know
Yeah,
that.
all the actual white stuff, it turns green. Like your fuel and everything else like that.
Yep, I'm aware. Okay, Mavs are loaded up and ready. Use it as an impromptu FLIR. Gonna start a little bit of a climb here.
Enabled.
You need to calm your tits.
Be part of your procedure, buddy.
Yes, my TACAN is on, thanks. Coming right just a little bit. Now, I was going to, but apparently I still have heading select on. Now I'm coming right just a little bit. Also up just a little bit. And roll back out. Should be 10 out from waypoint 1. See, it's such a pretty game in the early morning hours or the evening hours. It's just pretty. Although I am disappointed, I have to admit, I am disappointed by the fact that my Breastmaster S is not be maybe the first part of March. Like, Amazon has none anywhere at all. And rolling right to waypoint. Hell yeah. The beginning of March. I think, out. I think the issue that they're having is sorry, I had to roll back left because, down this valley. But yeah, anyway, they it's delayed again because of the I guess some form of shortage worldwide or something like that, because Amazon doesn't have any and My Pilot Store doesn't have any. War Thunder can do, and Arma can do that too. Be pretty. This game is pretty in a different way. I wish I could show you the like exterior views. Like this early morning stuff is ridiculously awesome, and I'm sure it's even better in VR.
Well, I guess it depends on the resolution, but I mean, I'm digging it in this Odyssey. I'm running at 2x SAA and all that other stuff. So I've actually been able to turn up the resolution and mess around with where I can get, you know, decent frames. It's about 45 capped while we're flying to 50 to 60. And then if I'm on the ground with a lot of stuff going on, I'll be around the like a 30, 32 until we take off. So
yeah, that's really not that bad. I'd be curious to see what my computer could do, because I think I've got a lot better processor and memory than you do. What processor did you have again?
Faster. Yeah, 8700K overclocked to 4.9.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a little bit faster, and I got a little bit newer computer, or a little bit newer processor. But it's not that big of a difference between.
What do you have yours overclocked to?
5 gigahertz on all core.
Yeah, you'll probably get a little bit more out of it.
Plus, it's got the larger cache file size. All right, I'm coming right a little bit to actually line up with the waypoint. My goodness, my game just locked up. Really? Why does it do that? That's the second time tonight that it's done that.
Oh my god, I turned and you're like in front of me and then you're behind me. I'm getting the hell out of the way.
Yeah, my game crashed. The one downside to DCS World, like, it seems ridiculously unreliable. Well, we're gonna have to do this video separately, and we'll do it actually, we'll do it as a separate video. I'll post it live, or not live, but I'll post it, I will go ahead and post it as a static video so that people can watch it. We'll restart this here, and hopefully we'll be able to get it complete all the way through. Anyway, we're going to go and we're going to wrap up the live stream here then, and our next live stream is going to be the 26th of February. It's going to be for some War Thunder ground forces. That's tank-on-tank action, although there is also the occasional ship-on-ship and maybe even some air-on-air. It'll be a fun time, I promise. If you haven't checked out the Discord server, there's a link to that in the description to this video. Anyway, I'm Whiskey11 signing us out of the gaming lounge. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.